and roughly half of government revenue. Those numbers remind us that energy is not merely a commodity. It is a foundation of livelihood, investment, and stability. Distinguished delegate, the Strait of Hormuz supplies around 1/5 of the world's oil consumption passes through this narrow waterway. When instability rises, prices rises, and the consequences travel much faster than the ships themselves. Nigeria understands this reality. That is why the 650,000 barrel per day downward refinery represents our major investment in strengthening domestic refinery and regional energy resilience. Nigeria therefore does not ask this committee to choose east or west, producer or consumer, develop or developing. Nigeria asks this committee to choose something greater, cooperation of attention, because partnership fuels our future. That is why the delegation of the Federal Republic of Nigeria comes to this committee open for oil business through partnership and mutual benefit, leaving no country behind. Thank you.
Chairperson of SADC, Honorable Head of State, ladies and gentlemen, today I stand before you as a representative of Zimbabwe to address the severe fuel crisis affecting our region and the world. The blockade Strait of Hormuz has disturbed the transportation of oil and petroleum products, resulting in fuel shortages, rising of transport costs, inflation, and reduced economic productivity across Southern Africa. As SADC member states, we must work to develop our own lasting solutions that will reduce our dependence on external fuel supplies and strengthen regional energy security. The international restriction or total closure of the blockade of the Strait of Hormuz by the Islamic Republic of Iran has choked our energy pipeline, but Africa refuses crisis. Zimbabwe has come up with solutions which are, firstly, SADC must accelerate investments in renewable energy sources. Secondly, Africa must encourage cooperation in distribution across Southern Africa. Thirdly, we must invest in modern and efficient public transport. Fourthly, SADC should encourage exploitation and development of local energy resources. Fifthly, member states should promote research and innovation of alternative fuels. On my first point, SADC must accelerate investments in renewable energy sources such as wind, solar, hydroelectric, and biogas energy sources. By harnessing these resources, we will reduce our dependence on external fuel supplies and create our own sustainable energy. On my second point, Africa should encourage cooperation and distribution across Southern Africa so they should create their own energy reserves. Zimbabwe believes that working together and sharing of resources will make countries develop faster and grow more. For DRC as oil and for Zimbabwe as coal. If we just exchange those things, we will create our own sustainable energy. On my third point, we must invest in modern and efficient public transport, including railway transport. Railway transport consumes less fuel per ton of cargo than road transport. Improving railway transport would reduce fuel consumption, lower transportation costs, and enhance trade across the region. So I think we must revive the Cape to Cairo railway line and enhance the use of electrical trains. Let's close our eyes for 5 seconds and imagine a mother who walks 10 kilometers away just because fuel prices have risen. Imagine a farmer in Maputo who watches his crop wheat just because the tractors have no fuel. Imagine a clinic in Lusaka turning off life-saving machines because generators run back. This is not a story. This is today. I stand before you carrying the burden of 10 nations on my shoulders, of people today in the future celebrate this again.
They say the pen is mightier than the sword, but we say the time is mightier than gold. Lest we forget the unsung heroes and heroines who fought for our freedom. Ladies and gentlemen, do you know Imam Shangu? No! He was an unsung hero, not for peace and justice. Ladies and gentlemen, if we look around in our community, peace is the most important aspect. Without peace, we cannot have achievement. Without peace, we cannot have harmony. So, as we say, 3 voices, 1 message. Do you know Sebastian Bakari? No! No, right? He is an unsung hero who fought for justice, peace, and rights for the prisoners of war. He is the man that made sure that my great-grandmother and my great-grandfather got their rights. He made sure that they weren't treated like animals, but they were given their basic human rights.
Do you know Betty McConnell?
No!
Because of her, I can stand firmly. I can walk. I can stand as a girl child. We are now considered as the future generation. Because of Betty McConnell, we were given justice. We were given education. And now we are the future generation. Ladies and gentlemen, she stood up for us and she gave us her life. And now we are proceeding and we are the best generation.
Let's be forget the true widows who watched and cooked for our freedom fighters to promote to the vision 18 April 1980. Let's be forget the unsung heroes and heroines who lost their lives at Chimoyo refugee camp. Their voices were silenced,
But their actions gave us eternal life. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank the unsung heroes and heroines. We never faced any challenges because of them, but we can now live a freedom life. We are